All right, hello everyone. This is Crota coming at you. Today is, well, January 22nd and another round of the iFang Cup. This time it is going to be between ZhouXiXi and Yumiko. Yumiko spawning under the name Roberta as the red human player on the top left-hand side of the map. Whoever told me to look up when you are sneezing to make it stop, it doesn't work. Alright, Roberta, Yumiko spawning on the top left-hand side of Echo Isle. Meanwhile, over here on the top right, we have ZhouXiXi spawning as the pink Night Elf. Night Elf versus Human, game 1 in this series. And first thing I want to say, thank you for everyone who have been remembering to leave comments and liking the video. And I'm starting to wonder how some of the other channels have been able to start off, or, well, not exactly start off. Anyways, people have been constantly approaching me trying to say, you know what, we will sell you 50 likes and comments on your YouTube videos. That way you'll get more traffic, this and that. And what I say to that is, you know what, I have viewers out there who will do that for me. And you know, prove me right, please. Prove me right by leaving thumbs up, leaving comments, and just, if you like what you see, please remember to thumbs up the video. If you don't like what you see, well, obviously don't thumbs up the video, but anything is appreciated. This is just a friendly reminder. I'll probably try to remind you throughout the games and throughout this series, but from here on out, let's focus on this game, as it is going to be an Archmage versus, where is it? Oh, there's an Altar of Elders, and it is late, so it looks like it is going to be an Archmage versus a Tavern Hero. No real big surprise there, as we now see Yumiko setting up a Scout Tower and maybe going into an Arcane Tower very early. Now, I believe this is from the same tournament, or from the same match as earlier, where we saw Infi actually losing 3-0. So Yumiko may have learned a little bit of lessons in the previous games. Perhaps he watched those series and he knows what to expect. Now, another thing to really importantly watch is he is trying to go after these Wisp, and by going after the Wisp, what he is actually doing is that he's preventing any sort of crazy detonation play in order to gain experience. The Wisp was quickly taken out there. You can see that the Archmage has taken a lot of damage and is now backing off. Also, summoning of the Water Elemental didn't work out all too well, because the Renegade Wizard actually got the Purge off on the Water Elemental, so that was a huge loss in terms of damage, as you now see the militia, the peasant rather, walking back. This is going to be a little bit hard going, as we are going to be going into an Archmage. Perhaps we will try to pick up another unit here in just a moment. There goes that unit, as the Archmage is sitting at 288 experience. Meanwhile, down over here, Panda has been picked up by ZhouXiXi, and I gotta give it to ZhouXiXi for coming up with a new strategy, going Panda first against a human player. This is very strong, as we also saw Yumiko was able to slip in with a footman to get in that Troll Shadow Priest. So very effective tactics here to try and prevent his opponents from getting that many heals. Also, the slow on ZhouXiXi's Panda is actually going to be very beneficial to Yumiko, as Yumiko now drops in another Water Elemental and is perhaps hoping to get some shots off onto these archers. Alright, that archer is very low on hit points. May get taken down. Yes, it does get taken down. Not going to be able to Shadow Meld in time, as Yumiko is just absolutely running amok against ZhouXiXi. Oh, there's a Breath of Fire there. Down goes that poor footman there, as we now see another low hit point archer Shadow Melding. So far, we can see double Troll Shadow Priests there. Those two Shadow Priests will be able to heal up the army pretty quickly and pretty easily, dropping in a Water Elemental to tank a little bit of damage, as we're now looking at this Water Elemental trying to back away. Alright, the Water Elemental now moving through the rest of the army. It is going to get taken down by Yumiko's own Focus Fire. Beautifully done there to try and deny more experience. Breath of Fire does hit a couple of those footmen there, but none of them are in critical danger at all. Meanwhile, down over here, the Ancient of War is just running around the corner and isn't going to be spotted. Perhaps we will pick up a Troll Berserker or two, but you got to remember that Yumiko does not have the expansion. Without the expansion, without the extra gold, he is not going to be able to freely spend on these mercenaries. He picks up another Troll Shadow Priest, and this is rather questionable questionable, but it also does deny his opponent from getting a Troll Shadow Priest, which means that there will not be abolished magic onto these Water Elementals. Water Elementals taking a bit of damage now, but the time life on it will be coming to an end here in just a moment, as there it goes. Archmage still moving forward, triple Troll Shadow Priest doing a very good job here, and this is just going to be rather problematic. We may see a detonation. There is one detonation as the Footmen, oh wait, what is going to go on here? The Troll Shadow Priests are now trying to back off here. The Footmen are going after the Archers and the Troll Berserker. Meanwhile, down over here, it looks as though the Panda did not get any of the units that he was trying to go for. All right, there you go. There goes another Water Elemental, as we now see a bit of repairing going down as well. So far, those Troll Berserkers from ZhouXiXi, also one Troll Shadow Priest was picked up, as well as the Archmage still running around in circles here, as the units are now backing off together. 4 Footmen down over here. 1, 2. Is that the 3rd Shadow Priest? Yes, it is. 3 Shadow Priests on the map still, as the Ancient of War is currently in position off over here, still at pretty much full hit points. Archmage doing a little bit of dance around the far side. You're going to see a little bit of a pincer attack here, as the Archmage is in position here. However, the Ancient of War is going to end up taking a lot more damage than he bargained for, as the Footmen are now coming in from the north. There you go. That is a lot of units, and the Archmage may try to pick up the Claws of Attack +6. Troll Berserkers getting ensnared, and that is actually a rather big problem. ZhouXiXi now going to lose the Troll Shadow Priest as it gets ensnared, and the Ancient of War may end up getting taken down as well. Footmen do have defend. There goes that Troll Shadow Priest, as Yumiko picks up an Alchemist. Alright, an Alchemist is a very, healing spray in order to heal up units, and that is the counter to the Panda. Alright, Breath of Fire being countered by Healing Spray from an Alchemist, and I cannot believe what I'm seeing here. This is just absolutely hilarious, as this Footman is so low on hit points. What is it doing? I thought it would have been taken down by its own unit there. Alright, Panda now trying to come in for a little bit of an engagement. What are we going to be seeing? The Alchemist coming in for some attacks. Troll Shadow Priest now trying to run off to the north here. No boots of speed onto that, as the Panda gets in a huge shot there. Healing Spray, healing up a lot of the units, and that is still not going to be enough, as the Panda now very low on hit points. Troll Shadow Priest may be able to get off 1 or 2 more shots. That is not going to be it, as the Alchemist is just healing all of those units there. I cannot believe I'm seeing Healing Spray being used in a high level match. I don't even know if the name of the spell is Healing Spray. It's a very descriptive name for it, I believe. So you can see that the Alchemist is right there, as the Alchemist is just continuing to battle this up here. Are we going to see Chemical Rage, or I believe it's also an Acid Bomb? Well, if it wasn't an Acid Bomb, it is an Acid Bomb now. Those are the other 2 skills of the Alchemist. Alchemist also has the Transmute ability, which instantly kills a unit and converts it into gold. It does cost 150 mana, and yes, that is also the cost of a potion of mana. So if you transmute an expensive enough unit, you can actually gain gold that way pretty consistently. Alright, Alchemist is right there. Let's take a look. Boots of Speed now on the Alchemist, and what is going to be happening here, as the Alchemist does deal a lot of damage. If you did not know about that, the Alchemist does 28 to 55 damage. Its primary attribute is intelligence, strength. It is very strong, as it is now selling some items there. Not quite sure what item it did sell. Picking up a Tome of Agility, not going to help out all too much though. But the Alchemist is a 725 hit point high damage hero. It is essentially as close to a dexterity hero as you can get. It is a melee hero that's based on strength. And instead of having high armor, it does have high hit points to counteract it. And I believe we could have Chemical Rage being brought in, or that Acid Bomb. Both of them are very effective. And Acid Bomb would probably be the better spell here, just because of the Rifleman. Acid Bomb does remove armor, so Focus Fire becomes very important. We'll see what that next ability is going to be. It doesn't look like he's going into a Chemical Rage at all, so it may be the Acid Bomb. Scroll of Healing has been picked up. So this Rifleman Alchemist strategy was actually a strategy I had seen and experimented with many years ago. And it's nice to see that there is still a place for it. Panda, now sitting at level 4, though, has a Potion of Mana and also a Pendant of Energy. The Pendant of Energy is just going to really make that Panda very deadly. We have not seen any Spellbreakers, though, as we are now going into an Arcane Sanctum and are sitting at Keep, obviously. since we do have that second hero. Alchemist still wandering around Archmage with level 1 Brilliance Aura. Level 2 Brilliance Aura would really be helpful at this point, as the Alchemist needs to get much more mana. Alright, there goes the Ogre Magi. Alchemist, I do not believe will get to level 3 off of this creep camp at all. Still quite a ways to go, but it is dealing a tremendous amount of damage, an average of about 42 damage. There is the Acid Bomb. Yes, Acid Bomb. It does remove armor, and that means all of that focus fire is going to be very deadly. Alchemist also, if it does get to level 6, which is still very far away, will be able to transmute those Druids of the Claw and potions of mana on an Alchemist against any sort of tier 3 unit is just an absolute bonus for that Alchemist. The only thing you have to really worry about is cooldown on that spell. Alright, Alchemist now running back and around here. You can see that the Alchemist, its attack speed is actually really slow, so I take it back. It is not like an agility hero at all. With a very slow attack speed, you can see that it is just slowly attacking here. The rifle, it's actually attacking slower than a rifleman. Oh no, never mind. It is now average. Maybe a slow was cast on it just moments ago. Alchemist may try to get up front here and then drop an Acid Bomb. No, it is going to be the Water Elemental here, and there is that Acid Bomb. You can see that Acid Bomb reduced the armor by 3, and now the Riflemen are focusing that down so incredibly quickly. That's exactly what I was expecting to see here. Now, Alchemist is sitting at level 3. Is he going to perhaps get a Healing Spray off, or level... I can't even tell the difference of level 2 Healing Spray or level 2 Acid Bomb. Well, Acid Bomb level 2 is -4 armor, not -3. So I'll have to keep very close tabs on that, as the Archmage is going to be getting to level 4 here. Alright, it feels like Yumiko is finding a very strong strategy. You can see Claws of Attack +6 onto that Alchemist, as the Alchemist now dealing a 40 to 67 damage per attack. That is absolutely deadly and can really turn things around here in any moment. Are we going to perhaps pick up a couple of spell breakers? There are sorcerers here. We are getting level 2 weapons upgrades for those riflemen, as the Archmage sitting at level 4, giving level 2 Brilliance Aura, and now, oh, there's the Acid Bomb, dealing so much damage. You can see it is level 1 Acid Bomb. Yes, level 1 Acid Bomb means that it is most likely level 2 Healing Spray, unless we see a Chemical Rage, but I have not seen that as of yet. So far, that rifleman looking those riflemen looking very deadly now. 20 to 32 points of damage. The riflemen going to be able to focus down units extremely quickly. The bears are going to have to try to get within range, but the problem with those bears are they are rather slow melee units, and if the sorcerers are able to cast slow on them effectively, which they should have no problem with because there is that many sorcerers and a level 2 Brilliance Aura on them, those bears may not even get within range. What it's going to come down to is those Dryads, but the Dryads are also countered by the Riflemen. So this is a very interesting strategy. Alchemist may actually get to level 4 here. This is going to be cutting it very close. Let's see. No, it does not look like it's going to be just shy. Oh, never mind. Off by 5 experience. Now the Alchemist has level 4 Acid Bomb as well. That does increase the damage over time. In addition to the armor debuff, it is extremely powerful when you are coupled with Focus Fire. The Sorceress should be able to do quite a bit, as the Panda is going to be coming in there with 2 pendants of mana, or energy, or essentially 1 pendant of mana. That is a lot of Breath of Fire. As we see, the Goblin Alchemist is now illusioned. Alright, illusion on those Goblin Alchemists. Those Goblin Alchemists with 7.6 armor. I cannot believe it. That's a total of 10.6 armor on those Goblin Alchemists. They are extremely durable right now. 39% damage reduction. That is effectively almost twice the amount of, effectively twice the amount of hit points, I believe. As we now go into engagement here. There you go. There's the battle. You can see the slow. Are we going to see an Acid Bomb? No Acid Bomb being cast as of yet. I'm not quite sure why. Oh, there's Healing Spray on all of the units in the back there. And you can see that the Healing Spray has just kept all of those units alive. Alright, are we going to see an Acid Bomb? Yes, there you go. Acid Bomb onto the units. And you can see the Focus Fire damage. Scroll of Healing now being counteracted there. The Dryads are coming in from the back. You You can see a quick detonation. The bears are now going to end up falling. As you can see, the healing spray doesn't care if you are friend or foe. It is going to end up healing all the units, as there was another scroll of healing used there. Archmage looking very strong. There are a whole bunch of peasants here. Riflemen are in actually a very good position, as the alchemists are just going to be constantly healing sprayed against the effects of that panda. The panda completely counteracted in this battle, and wow, what a huge difference this makes. So far, level 5 now on the Archmage, and it looks as though the bear is going to get taken down. This is just completely changing things up, as the panda now sitting at level 5 being forced to scroll of town portal home. Bear number 1 is gone. Bear number 2 is going to fall as well, as the alchemist is going to get to level 5. Level 5 Archmage, level 5 Alchemist. I don't remember the last time I said that sentence. A level 5 alchemist here on Echo Isle. I know I've never said that sentence at all, as the alchemist gonna clear up the base here, take down the tree of life, and there is the GG. ZhouXiXi saying Twisted Meadows, please, as that is gonna be game 2. Yumiko blowing my mind with an alchemist as the second hero. Healing spray being used so efficiently to keep that army alive and stop Breath of Fire in its tracks. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game 1. Don't forget to like the video. Please stay tuned for game 2.